kickve pitiye jayda jalilade rase Champions League ek hada gas mein hanguman kickve java naramenne bhagi dulanne bhidi dasde goal ek gannai sit sarasenne samarok venne satteta denne we are one game one heart oh, oh. One game one heart Champions League this is where we start together we dream together we fight we are the champions Champions League में अरबन्ने one game one heart Champions League साटनाई अरबन्ने दिल्ली जयगन्ने एक सीने डबियाने one game one heart Champions League where dreams take part raise your flags feel the art football one game one heart
Sri Lanka Football Champions League, powered by TV Supreme.
We are here today at the Colombo Racecourse International Grounds for a very crucial encounter for both these teams. It's Matara City Club versus Moragasmulla Sports Club. Both these teams will be quite excited for the match today. Kickoff for the match will be starting at 4:45 today on account of it being a Friday and the crowd is still rolling in. We can expect a full house for tonight for the next encounter as well. And this is the weather report for today. We have a 62 degrees humidity and a slight breeze blowing from the right hand screen to your left. Doesn't translate a lot on the pitch due to the humidity, and there's a 29 degree Celsius heat as well. And you can catch all live action on the Sri Lanka Football Facebook and YouTube pages, and Supreme TV locally, and also the Papare worldwide. And this is the points table as it stands. Moragasmulla Sports Club and Matara City Club at the bottom of this table. Moragasmulla still have hope of making it to the top 4 if they do win this match. However, a lot will depend on the results of the other teams and also the goal difference as well. And these are the results from last week's fixtures. SLTB once again losing out to Nigambo Youth, and of course Super Sun and Pelicans SC drawing the game. Crystal Palace losing once again to Serendip FC, and Matara City Club losing out to Solid Sports Club. St. Mary's also a surprise result, losing out to Sri Lanka Police. Sri Lanka Police coming out on top, and of course the last game of last week, Java Lane and Saunders. What a cracker of a match that was. Saunders coming out as the eventual winners of that game. And these are the fixtures for today. Moragasmulla and Matara City Club starting off. Of course, we'll be having a ton of action this entire week. Stay tuned. FIFA flag being brought out to the crowd by a group of youngsters, led by a group of youngsters who will no doubt have in their peripheral the dream of playing on this very ground a few years later. These two teams heading out to the grounds now for a few formalities. Handshakes all around before the start of the match. Both teams will be excited for this game today, and this will be the final game of the first round for these two teams. These are the individuals who will be looking out proceedings for today. It will be Lakmal Veerakodi in the middle of the pitch, assisted by Palitha Hematunga and Chamalka Ridmal, and S. Santhan as the fourth official. Will be Matara City Club in their light, in the white jersey, and Moragasmulla Sports Club in that light blue jersey. Both teams will be playing for pride, if not anything else today. And if they do win Moragasmulla, they'll be hoping the results go their way as well. Both teams playing a final huddle here before starting off proceedings. We are minutes away from kickoff here. It's a great pleasure that I invite to the Combox co-commentator, Deshan Gonavella. A very good evening to you, Deshan.
Good evening, Bilal. It's yet another game week here. And very quickly,
The countdown begin.
we'll watch the countdown.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's kickoff here at the Racecourse International Stadium. It's Moragasmulla versus Matara City. And very quickly, Moragasmulla playing from the right to left of your screens. Matara City clad in the white strips, playing from left to right. So, two teams that have underperformed over the course of this tournament. Two teams that have little to play for. But two teams that, in the same sense, would want to play for pride and play for their badge and make one last effort to really set the tone, at least going in from the end of this tournament into the cup tournaments and whatnot over the rest of the season. So while this tournament seems like it's a bit too much for these two sides, Bilal, pride is still something very important to play for, and I think both these teams will be out to put in a good shift, and the last thing you need is to lose to a team of a similar stature.
Definitely, Deshan. Both these teams, they've played 5 matches and only won one so far. Because Moragasmulla have 4 points to their name as a result of drawing a game. Matara City just having won that one game and having lost 4. Both these teams will want to finish off with a bang here. Both these teams will be looking for a victory in this game. And it looks like they're off to a blistering start here. Attempting to play some high-paced football, some fast-paced football, both these teams. Seeing some crisp passes so far. Here's Matara City attempting to build up from the back. The last time both these teams met in the 22-23 season of the Champions League was in Matara. And Matara City, of course, won that game with a scoreline of 2-1. And Moragasmulla will have that in mind as well, and they'll be looking for redemption here. Redemption from that match and redemption from their performances so far in this tournament as well.
Absolutely, and to do that, they'll rely heavily on the likes of Fubudu Sakulad and Dilan Madhushanka in those attacking positions, as well as Mohammad Kadim in that midfield role. All of them will have a big part to play to ensure that Moragasmulla carve out a result from this encounter. Well, for Matara City, standing like a rock in that defence, Isaac Adevu, who's playing a slightly more advanced role today in front of the back four, almost as a defensive midfield or a midfield pivot of sorts. He will be very key potentially in driving the team forward over the course of this game. So definitely bound to be keenly contested, and interesting to see how small tactical changes and small adjustments have been made. And again, just quickly looking at Matara City's setup, split centre backs. Isaac Adevu playing in midfield today, and Moragasmulla playing a 3-man press on the back four. And what is visible early doors is that Matara City prefer bypassing that press and really going forward using the aerial route, at least in these early exchanges. And it's a bit of a difference, especially since most of this tournament, Bilal, we've seen teams try to play out the back and try to hold on to the ball. So minor deviation, but a considerable one nonetheless. And that really has been one of the challenges, particularly a lot of these teams, and effort coming in there very nearly trying to find Aful Yusuf. But like I was saying, one thing that has been difficult is, don't forget, all the matches in this tournament, both groups are being played on this turf here at the Racecourse International Stadium. And Moragasmulla SC here with a break, very nearly. Can they turn this one in? And very nearly making a meal of it. Still the ball with Moragasmulla. Ball coming in. Just a little bit too much on it. Hands on hips. And just when you thought that Moragasmulla was going to score, fantastic defensive work there by Isaac Adevu as well, but not giving up on it. Mohammad Kadim just couldn't get the end product on it. But what I was saying, Bilal, is all the teams are playing on the same pitch, and because it is a round robin encounter at the start, all these teams now by this point have seen how the opposition plays. And the ball comes in here for Matara City, just a little bit too much on it. Now trying to recycle possession, and very nearly Isaac Adevu back on the ball. Isaac Adevu looks out wide. Ball swung in. Moragasmulla, with the help from the Matara City lads, get the ball away. And now once again Isaac Adevu driving through this middle. Too many men for him to deal with, but play continues. A bit of a speculative effort on that occasion, but you cannot blame Aful Yusuf for taking that shot. But like I was saying, by now a lot of these teams, 5-6 games in, have seen how their opposition play, Bilal, and as a result, how do you work on those margins? How do you catch that element of surprise? And I think that really is where things will come into play, and the game will really manifest in a way that potentially can see a differentiation to the style and catch the opposition off guard. And if particularly the likes of Adevu, now playing in this midfield, is able to get his foot in the game and press the midfield of the opposition a little bit more, what it now does is narrows the pitch a little bit, forces the defense back, and really changes the dynamic of the game. Moragasmulla in particular love to play with fast wingers to run into space. So it definitely, if you were to look at it from a tactical point of view, it's quite interesting, and we can only hope that the game will stick to that promise.
Couldn't have put it better Deshan. I think this business end of the tournament is when the coaching prowess will also come into play.
And again, Bilal, just watching this defense set up, Moragasmulla have got 4 men sitting all the way in attack, 1 man in the middle of the park. So again, losing that long ball, not playing it out the back.
Moragasmulla also has Ishan Dinidu today after his 2-match ban, and here's a chance. Seems to be a collision, but play continues.
And the referee is still playing on here. Man has hit the deck, but Moragasmulla get the ball away, and now coming back. I think the Moragasmulla, as expected, foul play to be stopped a little earlier because skipper Mohammad Shifan has hit the deck and holding his face as well. So fearing a facial injury by the looks of it, but the referee deciding to play on there.
Both teams have come out in these opening few minutes, guns blazing. Like we mentioned before, playing for pride, if not anything else, here today at the Racecourse International Grounds. Moragasmulla will be hoping that the inclusion of Ishan Dinidu after a 2-match ban, after his suspension at the police game, which was the last game that they won, would bring in that X factor that Deshan was talking about as well. If Moragasmulla do win today, they still have a slight chance of making it into the top 4, but it will also depend on the results of the other teams as well, since there are 2 teams already with 7 points to their names. But what will hurt Moragasmulla the most is their massive defeat to Solid Sports Club last week, which will give them a huge negative goal difference here. Both teams attempting to keep possession of the ball. Keeper doing well there. Just to slow things down a bit. Play to their own pace.
And so far, the first 10 minutes, we've seen 1 or 2 knocks and a bit of medical attention needed, but not too much to challenge the likes of the goalkeepers. Mutusha, for Moragasmulla SC in particular. On the other hand, Mohammad Arshad had a bit of a fright on the other side, but nothing too major. I think fantastic defensive work, and him also throwing his body on the line thwarted that goal. Little bit of luck as well, but goalkeepers so far not really pushed to their limits.
And with the opportunities that are created here, what the coach will also be looking for along with the fans is at least to have the goalkeepers tested, to get half a chance to force an error out of them. So far we haven't really seen that, but the football we've seen so far has been quite promising as well, showing signs of a very intense game between these two sides. Good bit of skill here by both teams. Good awareness of the positions of the players also. And here's a cross now into the middle of the pitch. Falls right into the defender. Ricochets off of him. Ball still in play. But it seems like play has been called off.
And a little lucky there, I think, from Shifan as well. Don't really understand what he was trying to do, because the keeper was coming out for it. He almost shoulders it away. I don't think he knew exactly where the keeper was, but tried to be cheeky and very nearly cost his team.
Tame cross there into the box. None of the players really getting into it. Mohammad Nafil has been quite good in the wing, in the right wing so far for Matara City Club. Tussle for possession in the midfield here. Ball intercepted and trickles out a touch.
So far, rather bland football, to be honest, Bilal. It's not really been cutthroat, and I think Moragasmulla trying to put the ball into the box. No man in the middle, and plenty of time now for Madhuka Shehan, and ever present in that back four to work it out. And Matara City trying to work their lines, but like I was saying, not really too much of excitement, and I think reflective of the table positions that both these teams hold at the moment, as well the quality of football on offer.
Another shot at goal there. Goes wide this time. Just not getting proper contact there at that instance. Attempting to get it on the volley. Dilan Madhushankar. And here's Moragasmulla now once again. Another crossing opportunity, but meets the wall of Matara City defenders there. We have been quite good so far in these opening few minutes. Moragasmulla with an opportunity here. Almost should have pounced on that ball. Still alive here. Hits the crossbar.
On both those occasions, the keeper had no idea where the ball was. Isaac Adebu once again in the middle gets the ball out the first time, and that almost crossed by Nimala Dhananjaya hits the top of the crossbar half a yard lower, and the keeper would have been caught all ends up, and I think absolutely poor there from Mohammad Arshad.
Good little shot by Nimala Dhananjaya had it reached, and here's another opportunity now. Ball still going on, no calls by the ref, and it looks like it's still in play.
Well, that call by the referee took years, didn't it?
Certainly took his time.
An interesting ask there. The keeper, in my opinion at least, not coming out for the ball. Far too focused on that occasion. On the onrushing man there, Ashkar Talha. Ashkar Talha catching the keeper as well, and the referee letting play continue, but rather interestingly. And fair enough, I think he tried to let play continue as well, but I think when the keeper hit the deck and there was a player from Matara City also on the deck, he should have potentially called off that play. But I think, Bilal, I don't know if you'll agree with me, a little lucky there that Ashkar Talha did not get a penalty, because it didn't look like the keeper was coming to play the ball out at all.
Definitely from this point, Beshan, it did look like the keeper just barged into the player. Matara City Club had a golden opportunity to put it in the back of the net there, and what pace by the player as well from Matara City. Bypassing that defense, getting to the ball. Perfect pass, perfect play. The keeper just taking him out outside the box. Matara City still with an opportunity here.
Moragasmulla now trying to break and Matara City immediately get in the way. Both these teams trying to get their foot in the game here. Dilan Madhushanka works to the middle. Ball very nearly lost, but played on here. A full Yusuf pressing. Moragasmulla go all the way back to their centre backs. Nice little movement of the ball. Ball finds its way to the middle of the park. And now go Moragasmulla trying to play the man advantage, but nothing doing. Looking for a cheeky pass. Fantastic little bit of work here. Man in the middle. Very nearly. But fantastic defensive work on the far side over there.
Heavy first touch there as well by that player. But so far we've seen some quite exceptional passing by both teams. Something that we haven't really seen throughout the tournament so far. There have been many instances where passes have been a bit too ambitious, too speculative. So far it looks like as the tournament has progressed, these players have also become comfortable with their teammates as well. And they are learning more about the play styles, where they like the ball, how they like the ball also. And here's Matara City now with another opportunity to cross, but intercepted once again. Ball still in play here. Well cleared by Nimala Dhananjaya. However, Matara City get possession of the ball. And once again, another cross. Not the best of crosses there. Cleared away into the far corner. Matara City will now once again build from the back here. Pass going to no man's land there. Trickles out of touch. Possession given away too easily by both these teams once again. Here's Mohammad Nafil attempting to dribble past.
Nice little ball coming in. Fantastic pass there, Adil De Silva. Ball trying to come into the box through that passing movement, but Moragasmulla do well in defense, and unfortunately, bit of a late one. And he's a hefty man as well. Nimala Dhananjaya tries to get it to the ball, gets caught, and I think injures his opponent in the process. And credit to Nimala Dhananjaya there as well. He could have gone down very easily as well, Bilal, but he decided to stay on his feet and play the game.
Here's Moragasmulla once again with possession in the midfield. Will they make something out of this possession here? Moragasmulla don't really have any foreign players. Matara City Club also only have Isaac Adevu, who's been quite exceptional for them so far. Isaac Adevu captaining the side, bringing in a lot of experience to this team. Here's Moragasmulla now once again. Just slips there, unable to get that pass off properly. And a little too much once again. And after those opening minutes of intensity, we are seeing a little lull in play here now. Neither of these teams taking initiative here.
Matara City now pushing up the pitch, ball coming in. Moragasmulla staunchly defends that one as well. They've got a solid back four. And now trying to push through once again. Pushing up the line here. Just a bit too much on it.
Here's Moragasmulla once again.
Nicked off of them by Matara City, and now Isaac Adevu, on that occasion Aful Yusuf trying to push through, but no, Moragasmulla win it back and now driving through the middle here. Here's an opportunity, swings it out wide. Dilan Madhusanka, can he put the ball into the box? He takes a shot. Fantastic work there by Dilan Madhusanka, absolutely catches Mohammad Arshad, didn't go off guard again. Mohammad Arshad ready for that cross, but Dilan Madhusanka uses his body position, uses the man coming in on the inside to change direction and try to go for that far post very nearly.
Just misses out that Dilan Madhusanka. You've seen some good shots from Moragasmulla so far, but none of them have really got them the result they wanted. Ever so close, which has been the story of their campaign so far. And here's Moragasmulla once again now with an opportunity to go for goal. Once again, just misses out. This is some good initiative by Moragasmulla, taking the chances, taking the half chances as well.
Now Abdul Mohammed's team really bursting into life, Bilal. Putting the pressure on against Matara City. Matara City have been able to nick the ball a few times in the middle of the park, but no clear-cut chances to show for their efforts. Moragasmulla, on the other hand, now trying to be a little more clinical, take a few more shots. But careless pass, and now Aful Yusuf gets past one tackle, gets past another, looking for that pass. Good opportunity, swings the ball into the box very nearly, but cleared by that four-man strong Moragasmulla defence. And fantastic work tracking back on that occasion by Mohammad Nafil. Nice little 1-2 play, Nadil De Silva. Nadil De Silva's pass finding his teammate and very nearly. And I think rightfully so there. Mohammad Nafil, the last touch coming off of him. So Moragasmulla wins the ball back. Now Nimala Dhananjaya takes a throw in. Matara City trying to defend it. Pubudu Sakulada trying to chase it, but the corner has been won, and Nimala Dhananjaya will be taking this corner kick.
What can Nimala Dhananjaya do here for his team? Quite a few numbers of Moragasmulla players in the box. And it looks like there'll be a change. Nimala Dhananjaya goes forward, closer to the box. Referee requesting to keep the ball on the line there. And here's the cross coming in to the far post. A little too much there. And the threat dies off. Moragasmulla have to take these chances here. Once again across. Moragasmulla still with ball in possession. Oh, and here's an opportunity. And that goes in. Moragasmulla have shocked us by scoring from that opportunity. Broken play there, and Moragasmulla making the best of the chance. And a cheeky little shot there, the ball dipping right in time, just under the crossbar. Have to say, not the best defense showcased by Matara City Club. Their defense is one that has been tested time and time again, and even last week they conceded 4 goals to Solid Sports Club. Once again, today it's Matara City Club who concede to Moragasmulla, and Moragasmulla, it's their young star Mohammad Khatim who scores the first goal of the day. It was Mohammad Khatim's goal that won the match for Moragasmulla against Police Sports Club as well. It was the only match they've won so far, and they'll be hoping that this one goes their way as well, so that they can end their campaign with a bang here.
Yeah, a little luck goes a long way, and Moragasmulla finding that out themselves. They've been knocking on the door in their defense and winning a free kick now. Matara City on the other end of the pitch, but like I said, Moragasmulla have been knocking on the door, and one can only say a deserved lead with a little bit of luck.
Definitely, and it's encouraging to see how their defense has matured as well throughout this tournament. They started off conceding quite a number of goals in each game, but then today they've looked quite solid so far, and the Moragasmulla fans will be hoping that it stays consistent throughout this entire game. Here's the captain, Isaac Adevu, with the chance to cross here.
One would expect that he would be inside the box trying to head it, but Adevu taking charge of this free kick himself and looking for an opportunity to cross. Swings it in, very poor from Adevu. Adevu at the second bite at the cherry and way too much on it. Ball sails over for a goal kick, so a wasted opportunity for Matara City as we reach the half-time mark here at the Racecourse International Stadium. Moragasmulla worth their money in this 1-0 lead.
Those are the type of chances that Moragasmulla should be taking, and in that instance they grabbed it for themselves. And Matara City now will be finding themselves a bit under pressure, and that's what pressure can do to you. Those little passes, little too much on them. Here's Nimala Dhananjay now with a good clearance. Moragasmulla with possession once again. Good little play there.
Well worked by the lads in blue. Just a bit too much on it, but fantastic little move in the middle of the park. And you can see that confidence slowly coming to Moragasmulla.
Given away cheaply by Matara City there. Will be frustrating for the coach to see plays like that, because they were playing quite well in the opening minutes of this half. Some crisp passes to build up play, just couldn't get the finish, and they'll have to keep that consistency going forward. Matara City
Living on the edge there, but Nadil De Silva taking no chances and getting in the way. And now Yusuf looking for a pass, twisting and turning, not really finding one, loses the ball.
Matara City will be looking to score one here before half-time. They have around 10 minutes more to make a difference, 10 to 15 minutes more. So far, to no avail. Here's Mohammad Nafil now with an opportunity to cross. 6 players in the box there, but doesn't, only finds a Moragasmulla jersey. And here's Moragasmulla now with an opportunity to counter.
Fantastic
Well
defense.
intercepted.
Absolutely, Madhuka Sehan coming across all the way from that left centre-back role and doing what he needed to do to stop that attack in its tracks. Straight out of play there. Nimala Dhananjay going up for that. Shamal Samod getting involved. Ball now working its way towards the right flank, but well intercepted. Pushing forward here, Madhuka Sehan's ball to Yusuf. Yusuf brought down by the keeper, and straight away pointing at the penalty spot, Lakmal Virak Kodi. He wasn't mincing his words, and all of a sudden we've been talking about how Mohammad Arshad has left a lot to be desired, but what a terrible error by Mudusha.
Going straight for the player there, the goalkeeper. Look at that. Missing the ball. Going for the players, chopping the player's legs there.
Yeah, not even looking at the ball, is he?
It's not the first instance he's done that in this game so far. Got away lucky first time, but not so this time.
Those injuries can sting as well, so Aful Yusuf requiring some treatment.
And here's the opportunity for Matara City to strike back here, to get that equalizer. It's coming at a very good time for them as well. Few minutes away from half time. Nerves for the keeper, and it looks like it's the captain who will approach the penalty spot.
Isaac Adewo has not been very good from set pieces so far today, but now is his chance to make amends. Aful Yusuf, the Ghanaian, has won this penalty, and now as a result his skipper Isaac Adewu is going to be taking this penalty, stepping up, and the Ghanaian Isaac Adewu steps up and he gets his penalty saved. Matara City. We're just speaking about how Isaac Adebu has left a lot to be desired with his set pieces, and he goes on and does that.
That's quite unfortunate for Matara City there. And the keeper doing well to anticipate that shot and making the dive as well. Saving that ball. A little bit of redemption for him as well. He's attempted to take out 2 players today. And as a result, the score now still 0 goals to Matara City's name. Here's Matara City now once again. Little exchange of words there. Tempers flaring after that little incident. That's Mohammad Shifan, the captain, attempting to shield the ball from Ravindu Samira of Matara City.
Here on the near side of your screens, got a man down for Moragasmulla, and it's looking like Ravindu Samira. The ice pack is on the pitch. Try to get you those visuals. Here by the touchline. Just a bit of tension flaring there. And referee Lakmal Virakudi doing what he needs to do to calm things down.
Here's Moragasmulla now with the restart.
Suddenly the bench is here bursting into life.
Same shot as well to the left hand corner of goal. And the keeper making the dive after the shot was struck as well, and having enough time to get to the ball there. Not the best off shots that he has taken so far in this tournament, but he'll be looking to bolster his game, at least in the second half here, if not in these final few minutes of the first.
And once again, Yusuf climbing highest, and I think fair enough. Referee orders the play be continued. Takes a tumble, trying to win it back, but fair context, in my opinion, that earlier header. Suddenly, sorry Bilal, suddenly Matara City trying to burst into life, trying to make something happen, and in their defense, I think they've created one or two chances. I think the problem here is that they're just failing to finish them.
Definitely, Deshan. Even in the first few minutes, it was Matara City who were arguably on top in terms of chances created. However, seemed to be a little deflated after that goal. Now they've sprung back to life after the little incident there at the far end of the pitch as well. Some careless play by Matara City.
Flailing arms there from Mohamed Nafil as well. He wasn't very happy with Nadil De Silva's pass, but cornered there Nadil De Silva. And now, once again, Nimala Dhananjaya with an opportunity to get this long throw in. Matara City win it back now. Yusuf with a nice pass. Here's an opportunity. Pushing down this flank. Potentially an opportunity. Ball down. Ravindu Samira gets back on his feet. Twisting and turning. Ravindu Samira. Can he put the ball into the box? Takes one extra touch. Yusuf now with an opportunity. Gets the ball away. Here's a chance. And the shot straight at the keeper. Slightly to the left, slightly to the right. And that's a surefire goal for Nimna Katsirat, but shoots it straight at the custodian for Moragasmulla SC. Here's an opportunity now for Moragasmulla. Ball defended fantastically well by Nadil De Silva. Moragasmulla now with the second bite at the cherry. Ball coming in. And very poor cross there.
Here's Matara City once again on the counter. Yusuf on the ball there. Here's Mohamed Nafil. And it's given away once again. It's again not the best of passes here. Here's Mohamed Nafil on the wing to Yusuf. Well stolen from Moragasmulla. Little chip into empty space there by Nimala Dhananjay. And here's Moragasmulla now facing a wall of Matara City Club defenders, and rather hopeful pass there. There was no way the forward was getting to that. Both these teams giving away the ball rather cheaply here. Moragasmulla again playing on the left wing. Opportunity.
I think now we're going to see signaling of the minutes left in this half. And just 2 minutes of added time. Nimala Dhananjay heads the ball forward. Moragasmulla trying to push through. They've got an extra man on the far side. Brings the ball back. Shamal Shamod works it out wide. Here's an opportunity now for Moragasmulla, looking to find an acre of space, a yard of space at the very least. Worked out wide. Now an opportunity for Moragasmulla. Mohammad Kadim. Kadim with the cross. Kadim sends it inside. Can they make it? Two. The shot ricocheting off the defender. Nice feet. And now Afil Yusuf thinks he can get past the man. Can he? He does beautifully. Aful Yusuf here. Can Aful Yusuf find a teammate? Squares it, but just not good enough to find a man in the same shirt as he is.
Not enough support there for Yusuf. Single individual in the box, unable to hold on to that ball. And here's Moragasmulla once again with an opportunity here. And if they can score before the end of this half again, they'll be quite jubilant with their possession. Almost another chance there. Good bit of defending from the Matara City defender.
Yeah, and very nearly a clear-cut chance to make it two, but fantastic last-ditch defending. And to end the half now, Moragasmulla with the opportunity to test the keeper once more. Good service required. Particularly, I think, if you look man-to-man, Matara City just that little bit bigger as well. And now, for the cross from Shamal Shamod. Headed out. Play. Ball goes out of bounds. And that is your half-time interval score. And at the half-time interval, Moragasmulla in a much deserved lead should have been pegged back after an Isaac Adebu penalty for a very clear-cut foul on Aful Yusuf of Matara City by Mutusha in goal, but failing to convert. And despite some poor football exchanges early on, come the half-time whistle, it's Moragasmulla 1, Matara City 0.
Quite a close encounter here so far. Moragasmulla just one ahead of their counterparts, Matara City. And getting that goal courtesy of the youngster Mohammad Katim from Moragasmulla. These are the highlights opportunity for both teams. That was the early opportunity. It was done well by the keeper and the defense to keep Moragasmulla away. A few ambitious volleys, ambitious chances by both teams. Matara City keeper tested time and time again by Moragasmulla. Before they finally got that goal they wanted. Perfectly dipped there by the young star of Moragasmulla, Mohammad Khatim. And here was the penalty opportunity. Just given away. The captain not doing well. And this is the other opportunity that Matara City had late into the game. They were not able to make the best of it. And at halftime here at the Racecourse International Stadium, it's 1-0 Moragasmulla Sports Club leading against Matara City Club, and we'll be going for a short commercial break and be back with live action from the second half.
Champions League, एक हाथ गैस में हैंगुमन किक पे जब ये नरमने भागी दुल्हने भीदी दस्ते गोल एक गन्ना इसी सरसने समरोपने साथ देने one heart. One game, one heart. Champions League. This is where we start. Together we dream, together we fight. We are the champions. Under the Champions League में one game, one heart. Champions League साटनाई आरामने दिव्यने जयगन्ने एक सीने डबियाने one game, one heart. Champions League where dreams take part. Raise your flags, feel the art. One game, one heart.
Sri Lanka Football Champions League. Powered by TV Supreme.
we are back with live action from the Moragasmulla and Matara City game here at the Racecourse International Stadium. Moragasmulla, of course, drawing first blood in the first half. Matara City, although they were given an opportunity in the form of a penalty as well, unable to make it count. It'll be interesting to see how Moragasmulla will be approaching this first half, and also how Matara City will be reacting to everything that's happened in that first half. And here's the second half. Underway now. Moragasmulla will be hoping that they can hold on to the ball in order to make some plays. Matara City Club attempting to pass it to the left winger there. Not the best of directions. And we've had a substitution. Andrews Nana coming in for Ravindu Samira. Here's the captain Adevu now attacking set piece. Opportunity to make something out of this early on in the second half. Yusuf there doing extremely well, but the keeper doing one better here. Mutusha making sure that the ball doesn't go into the back of the net. Long pass. Unable to retain possession though. Momentary lapse in play here. And straight away, it's Moragasmulla with the opportunity to go long here with that throw in. Will be Nimala Dhananjay with the ball in hand. Here's the throw in coming in, but met with the Matara City defenders. But Moragasmulla still now with attacking possession here. Here's the cross. Doesn't find any of their players. Matara City attempting to counter, but met with a long ball, with the wall of defenders there. They haven't really been able to bypass the Moragasmulla defense except for that one instance. Yeah, the keeper just barged into their player. Untidy tackle there by Gimsara Pereira. Apologies by Mohammad Ruman, the defender. Gifting Moragasmulla with the free kick in prime territory. Four Moragasmulla jerseys at the edge of the box here. And they cross, floated in, but right into the hands of the keeper there. And the keeper almost making a meal of it, punching it right in the nick of time and breathing a huge sigh of relief there, the keeper. The ball just floating in. And here's Moragasmulla now with an opportunity to score. And it's Mohammad Kathim with the cross. Kathim with the ideal cross. Just unable to make anything out of it there. Wild swing at the ball. Unable to control it. But here's Moragasmulla now with another opportunity. This time well intercepted. Here's Nimala Dhananjaya attempting to go for long range goal. And another rather tame cross there by Moragasmulla.
Game bursting into life in these early exchanges, Bilal. Picking up where the action left off. And early doors, both teams choosing to step out and really take the game to the opponent. So
definitely, and it's nice to see Moragasmulla also not really parking the bus here. We've seen how teams sometimes tend to do that going into the first half, going into halftime with an advantage, and they most of the times make a mess of it. And it's good that they're playing some proactive football here, Moragasmulla. Still looking for more goals while also maintaining their defensive shape.
now looking for a break. Moragasmulla, Matara City playing a lot tighter, a lot further up the pitch, isn't it, Bilal? And winning that foul there. Aful Yusuf in a dangerous area as well. Making that whole pitch more compact and keeping things tight so that they can win the ball on the turnover. Aful Yusuf just not controlling it quite well, but does well enough to take the ball away from the defender as it pops up off the surface and win a free kick for his troubles. And now Isaac Adewu once again standing over this one. He's had a terrible evening taking these free kicks and that penalty in particular. So hopefully post half-time interval things have changed for him. The Ghanaian going to swing this one in. Once again, not really testing the keeper there, Isaac Adewu. Not really looking for an opponent as well. Puts an apologetic hand up, the captain. But it's just been one of those days for him.
Isaac just going for a goal there. That instance. The ball sailing harmlessly over goal. He'll feel responsible for that missed penalty opportunity. Good little tussle there for Matara City to regain possession of the ball. Little too much from the number 9, Andrews Nana. Moragasmulla once again in Matara City territory here. Going for the cross. Could be arguable if that was the best option to go for there. Looked like a rather hopeful shot, if not anything else. There were next to 0 players in the box there to receive that cross, and the player still went for it. And here's a long ball, long throw into the box once again. The youngster Mohammad Kathim.
Now Matara City on the break, looking for support. Looking one way, looking the other. Askar Talha trying to find the big man there. Potentially take advantage of that run through. Nothing doing. Cross coming in from the right side. Very nearly outnumbered in that box as well, but bit of fortune for Moragasmulla. Now Isaac Adebu crosses it in again. Here's an opportunity, takes it down. A full Yusuf, and don't know where that was going.
Matara City once again just unable to finish off the chances they've been receiving. The chances they've been creating rather.
Andrews Nana in particular coming on in this half and really adding a new dimension to the attack. An extra man that Moragasmulla now have to worry about. Matara continue their raid in the Moragasmulla box, but diving onto that one, taking no chances, is Gardi Hevage Mutusha, and he seems to have picked up a knock for his troubles. It seemed soft, but as it is the goalkeeper, the referee has to inspect what the cause was, and again, not very sure where the contact was, Bilal, but Akmal Virakodi doing his job.
What little we've seen of Andrew Nana so far in this match has been quite sublime, to be honest, and it's rather perplexing to see why he has come out on this in the second half rather than playing the entire first half as well to create an impact. But maybe Deshani was brought on as something of an impact sub to, like you mentioned, create another dimension in this game.
Absolutely, and Andrews Nana has done just that as well, hasn't he, Bilal? He's challenged the defense quite a bit, playing a bit further up the pitch in that number 9 shirt and really completing that Ghanaian trio in the white shirt of Matara City. And I think particularly over the next 10 to 12 minutes at least, KD Lalit, his priority will be to push Matara City FC really to get a goal back and really put things on level terms, so that then you run into the next half an hour, the final half an hour, 20 minutes of the game, not chasing a game, but really taking it to them with it all to play for. And I think that's where Lalit wants to take this game over the next few phases, and Andrews Nana is a substitution that has been done to do just that. And once again, looking for a long pass, Yusuf manages to bring the ball back. He gets the ball into the box. Here's an opportunity, and that seems to be 1-1. Yes, it is. And just like that, Nimna Katsirat making no mistakes from less than 6 yards out. But all the credit for that goal needs to go to Aful Yusuf.
Brilliantly done there. And it's Matara City with the equalizer. Headed in by Nimna Katsirat. And what control they are shown by Yusuf. Made sure he got the perfect cross right into where his players were positioned. Look at that, bypassing the captain, bypassing the second defender, Dhananjay, going for that cross, and Nimna Katsirat making no mistake this time. And the scores are level now. This will be putting Moragasmulla under a little bit of pressure as well. as momentum has swung Matara City's way. And that inclusion of Andrews Nana has definitely made an impact here as well, as he's making those right runs to suck in those defenders, giving the other attackers with the opportunity to make use of the space that has been created.
And now suddenly, we were just talking about how the nature of this game can really change if Matara City managed to pull one goal back. And KD Lalit's instructions at the halftime interval, coupled with that change, has really changed the nature of the game for them. And now Matara City, with the momentum and the foul that they've managed to win there by the looks of it, to both men going down. Holding his head in pain is Isaac Adewu. Just another look at that. Seems to be absolutely dangerous. They are very nearly catching Isaac Adewu on that occasion. I don't think there was too much malice on the part of Gunawardena in the midfield there. Really going for the ball, trying to get it under his studs. Isaac Adewu brave in that challenge and putting his head first. Picking up a knock for his troubles, but Gunawardena picks up a yellow card. And another man in the Moragasmulla shirt that needs to just be a little bit more careful.
Definitely a risky maneuver there by the captain. But it has resulted in a yellow card for Moragasmulla. And good little interception there. Here's Andrews Nana not getting a hold of the ball in that instance.
Running down this pitch and very nearly keeping it in bounds, but just a little bit too much on it there. On that far side. Slowly but surely. The sun setting here on this beautiful Colombo skyline. In what has been a surprising day actually, Bilal, on the weather front. I think, I was in Kandy this morning. It was somewhere around 23, 24 degrees as I departed in the early hours. But when I got to Colombo, it was 22. So, not every day you get one of those days. No earlier in the single digits. Unfortunately, day has heated up as it's gone on. So the players don't really get to benefit.
Was rather an ideal morning, would say, for football. However, as the day has ticked by, it is gradually come back to the usual Colombo heat, the usual Colombo humidity. And these players also will have to get used to playing in this heat.
Absolutely, and I think by now, given the stage we are in this tournament, they should be used to this heat as well.
Matara City now, after that goal, playing with a bit more creativity.
Just on the touchline here, by the way. Looking at two substitutions potentially for Moragasmulla. They are getting Tariq Mila, the defender, to change into his strip. So potentially an early outing for him in this game with about half an hour to go. Aful Yusuf trying to push it through. Nimnaga Chirat combining here once again. Aful Yusuf and Andrews Nana. Andrews Nana collects it beautifully. Andrews Nana not in the best position to take a shot, but chooses to take a shot anyway. And yep, that seems like two changes. Cicero De Silva and Tariq Nila making their way to the touchline for a potential substitution. The referee stops the play, and looks like on this occasion that is the end of the evening for Pubudu Sakulada. He's not been in the best of form today. Not his usual menacing self, and Thisara De Silva coming on in his place. And in place of Gunawardana, who again has been rather absent over the course of this game, comes on Tariq Nila, a defender. So a defensive change there, but more like for like amongst Pubudu Sakulada and Thisara De Silva. Moragasmulla with it all to play for still in this game. So hopefully they don't really take the foot off the gas a little too early.
We've seen how much damage they can actually do, Moragasmulla, in that opening half. They'll be attempting to emulate, but they've managed to so far. But so far in the second half, we haven't really seen encouraging signs for them. It has all been Matara City. Here's Moragasmulla's first attempt at goal here so far in the second half. And Rosnana missing out that instance. Just a little too much on the ball there. Goes straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Here's Matara City now. Managed to grab the ball from Moragasmulla, but just a little too much on that pass there. And it's a goal kick. Moragasmulla leaving a bit dangerously here. Attempting to build from the back. Good press by Matara City as well. Not allowing them to settle down. Something we've definitely seen Matara City do better in the second half. Whenever Moragasmulla has had possession of the ball, pressed harder and higher up the pitch. Moragasmulla this time changing tactics and going for that long ball.
Now the substitution on the cards now for Matara City FC. Mohammed Miktas in the number 8 shirt, coming on for Mohammed Nafil in the number 18 shirt. Nafil has been effective today. He's worked those spaces very well. He's been menacing, and he's put in a shift, and one of those players that you can always count on, particularly if you are KD Lalit, to pull his weight, and he can be proud of himself after that performance. And now it is an opportunity for Miktas to try and turn this game on its head as we approach the 22 minutes or so that remain.
Nimne Kuchirat there, playing on the wing. Doing well so far. Here's Andrews Nana now. Rushing in. No one in the box to really cross to. And yet they go for a rather hopeful cross there, Nimne Kuchirat. Despite having a host of defenders there blocking that pass. And ball is overturned here. Mohamed Shifan, the captain. Passing back to the keeper, but not the best of touches from Mutusha there. Hasn't had the best of days, Mutusha. He did save that penalty.
Really the highlight for him, hasn't it? Mutusha does well to get a good hand to that penalty. For slightly longer than anticipated, allowed Matara City to trail this game, but Matara City have come back well. As Lakmal Virakudi gets in the way of the ball and is going to do a drop ball, I believe. Yep. Play continues. Now Nimna Kachirat. Yusuf. Ball coming in. Fantastic cross. Well collected on the part of Mutusha.
Tusha doing quite well in that occasion. And here's pass into the wing here for Mohammad Katim. Has the ball in hand, cuts inside. Ball back to Mohammad Katim from Madhuka Shehan. Well defended there by Matara City. And here's Matara City now with the counter. Andrews Nana not able to get the ball back in time, and the keeper has just given it away. And he'll be extremely lucky, Mutusha, that hasn't gone into goal there. Nana just not getting it right, not getting the connection that he would have wanted. And what has happened there? The keeper almost passing it to Andrews Nana.
Yeah, I think Andrews Nana had a lot more time than he anticipated he did and just rushed the shot for no reason. He knew all the time that he had, plenty of time and space to bring it down, look around and then take the shot. But anyway, another chance goes begging. Isaac Adewu, another speculative effort from him. He's just had one of those off-color days, hasn't he, Bilal?
Adewu looking for that elusive goal. He knows he has the potential, the prowess to do it, but just not getting it right today. Here's Nana on the wing. Given away. Moragasmulla to Katim. Ball stolen from his feet there by the captain, Adewu. And here's Matara City now. And that's offside. Andrews Nana not doing enough to stay behind the defenders. And here's Moragasmulla now running into space. Here is Mohammad Katim on the wing. Mohammad Katim with a cross that's intercepted well by Matara City.
Play being brought back here, looks like it, Bilal, for that clash, but referee also makes it an opportunity to allow Matara to bring on Sadev Rashmita coming on in place of Andrews Nana, who's had one of the shortest stints we've seen in a game in the Champions League. So Sadev Rashmita comes in, Andrews Nana just speaking about all the work that he's been putting in, and his night is over already.
Definitely would have loved to see more of the overseas player. But here's Sadev Rashmita, who's been put in, and hoping that he will make a difference here. Sadev Rashmita once again cutting off the option of passing to himself by running offside. Aful Yusuf unable to do anything about it. gives possession away to the three oncoming defenders. Mohamed Shifan, of the best of defense there by Nimila Dhananjaya.
And now Aful Yusuf trying to work things down that flank. Thought he managed to keep things in play and legal, but referee blows the whistle once again. And now 15 minutes left in this game, all to play for both sides, and one goal really does write the story. Once again Madhukar Shihan there. Now playing the ball from side to side on this pitch. Nimala Dhananjaya looks out wide. Caught on it there Mohammad Khadim. Wins the free kick and now wins the throw in rather. Matara City now breaking down this flag. Aful Yusuf trying to go down the flank. And does he manage to win a corner? Yes, he does.
Impressive pace they are shown by Aful Yusuf as well. Corner taken quickly here. And here's Aful Yusuf driving into the box. And almost getting it there. The player on the receiving end of that cross just caught ball watching.
Just that power of that drive by Aful Yusuf. Takes a touch, gets past his man like he's not there. And now Isaac Adewu trying to make something happen. Isaac Adewu looks wide for the pass. The shot coming in. What an effort that was. Suddenly all to do for Mutusha.
This good initiative shown by Matara City. How much longer can Moragasmulla thwart this Matara City wave of attack? It's Isaac, the captain, once again, who will be taking the corner. Quite a number of white jerseys in the box. And Mutusha does well there to parry that shot away. And here's Moragasmulla now. The long ball into the winger there. Well taken by the number 17. And he's going for goal from quite far out. He had a player approaching the box. He goes for that glory shot but doesn't get it right this time.
Yeah, that was never going in, was it? Bit of a speculative effort by the Moragasmulla lad, but throwing the kitchen sink at it sometimes is the only solution.
Believe that's a testament to how well Matara City has defended and pressed as well. They have deprived Moragasmulla. And here's Matara City now in the box. Well defended there by Moragasmulla, and like I was saying, they've deprived Moragasmulla of possession of the ball, and they haven't really been able to do anything with it. Matara City now still looking for that goal. Nimala Dhananjaya with the throw in. Straight into the boot of the Matara City captain.
Player down on the far side there, Bilal. Looks like he's clutching his ankle. And the referee orders for some support to be sent in the form of medical care.
The 80th minute of the game so far, and both these teams evenly matched. Scores level, 1 goal apiece. Matara City definitely did have more chances. They haven't been able to finish. Moragasmulla defense also just doing enough to disrupt their attacks.
Seems to be nothing major as we enter the 80th minute of this game, and now Nimika Chirat Yusuf uses the dummy run. Isaac Adebu tries to play the 1-2, gives the ball away. Lakmal Virakodi up and down the pitch very quickly. Fastest man on there, Bilal. Very nearly loses the ball, but De Silva holds on to it. The referee awards a foul for the little tug on the shirt there.
And looks
Another
like
substitution on the cards as well by the looks of it.
it will be Nimal Dhananje who will be taking the free kick. Five blue jerseys at the edge of the box there.
Well, Amadit Epitakadua about to come on for Matara City. Moragasmulla take this effort from a distance. Not too far from the goal there. Hits it cleanly.
Just not getting the elevation right, Nimal Dhananje going for goal. Brave shot at goal, but to no avail, unfortunately, for Moragasmulla. Ravindu Samir on the right side for Moragasmulla, given it away. Here's the captain now, surrounded by a bunch of defenders, able to get it through. And here's Matara City now.
Fantastic defensive work there. What a challenge by Malidu Mihiranga to take Nimna Kachirat out, and here's a confirmation of that substitution. Coming off, Ashkar Talha. Coming on, Amadit Epitakadua. Talha, of course, played as a forward. Epitakadua played as a midfielder. So is that the traditional role he's going to stick to? It remains to be seen. Or whether KD Lalit has one last ace up his sleeve. Beautiful bit of footwork. Ball comes in. Clearance ricocheting off the defender. Now can Moragasmulla make the break? They've got 2-on-2. Moragasmulla with the pass, and well intercepted by Matara City. Yusuf trying to get past the man, but
here's Moragasmulla now, who will want to make maximum use of these final few minutes. Last time these two teams met, it was Matara City who turned out victorious, and the scoreline was 2-1. And Moragasmulla will be hoping that they can turn the tables this time.
Never easy, those clashes, isn't it? Yellow card for his troubles and gets the man with potential of an injury, and I think it's going to be one of those unnecessary stoppages, but with good reason on this occasion. Referee seeing rightfully that gets caught. Not good a day to be Arvind Kanishka's right foot right now. I'm sure it must be absolutely fuming and also absolutely swollen as well after that contact.
And in this final minute of regulation time as well, we'll be giving the players a moment to breathe, to regroup here. Here's Matara City now in a hurry to restart proceedings.
They'll know they're in a position to win this, and 4 minutes now flashed on the board.
4 minutes to do something here, Deshan. Here's Yusuf once again. He has done a lot for his team, and this time the substitute just rolling over the ball, giving away position for Moragasmulla, and it's Moragasmulla now who's into the attack. They have to keep their composure here, Moragasmulla. They can make a difference. They just need one single goal, and they go for goal, but a rather hopeful shot there once again. Had a couple of players, had a couple of forwards inside the box, just overhitting that as it harmlessly sails over the goal. And here's Matara City now. Which of these teams will be able to make a difference in these 4 minutes?
Just over 3 minutes, just under 3 minutes at the moment. Bilal, and now once again Yusuf. Yusuf driving, he's been fantastic today. Yusuf looks for a pass, doesn't find his teammate, and Moragasmulla on the break. Need to find those passes, need to find them cleanly, Moragasmulla. Keep the ball, move it, keep the ball, move it.
And in these final few minutes for Matara City Club as well, really makes one wonder if having Andrews Nana on the pitch would have made a difference in those attacking moments.
It's going to be interesting to see why he was taken off as well, Bilal.
Ball with Moragasmulla now. Cheeky little chip there into the player. There's a defender out there. That looks like a dive. Player did well to get to the ball. And it's a goal kick for Matara City.
One more stoppage by the looks of it. Got another man down here for Matara City FC, and looks like it may be Isaac Adewu.
Neither of these teams will be happy finishing off this match on a 1-1 scoreline.
Yeah, the early stages, weren't we talking about how both teams would want to stamp their authority using this game as a platform? Just hasn't happened so far, has it?
Moragasmulla will have to say goodbye to their chances of qualifying to the Super 8s if they do not win this game. If they do, they will have a very slight chance of getting in, depending on the other results. However, looks like it's Matara City now.
One last big chance now for Matara City. Here is an opportunity. Can they find the man? Yes, they do. And what a hit. That was very nearly ricocheting into the back of the goal. But Aful Yusuf, Sadev Rashmita will think he's done everything right there.
Anguish in the Matara City bench as they were hoping, praying for a goal in these last few minutes, praying for a goal to finish off their campaign. But that's full time here at the Racecourse International Grounds. And it ends as a draw here, the match between Moragasmulla and Matara City. Both these teams, both these players giving in their all, playing their heart out. And it ends 1-1 with a goal apiece for Moragasmulla and the lads from Matara. Final few handshakes to finish off proceedings here. Neither team will be elated with their performance, with the result rather. Both of them will feel that they did enough to get that victory, but just falling short in those final few minutes as well. And at full time, it's a draw here at the Racecourse International Stadium. 1 goal for Moragasmulla and 1 for Matara City, who equalized, coming back, just not doing enough. Here are the highlights from the game. A lot of missed chances there. Matara City looking quite dominant in the second half. Unfortunately, unable to finish off the chances they created. And there, that was the equalizer by Nimnaka Charit. And Yusuf, what a game he's had. He was everywhere in the pitch for Matara City. That was Andrews Nana, who also made quite an impact when he came in the second half. Unfortunately, was taken off. Will be interesting to see why. Nimnaka Dhananjaya with a kick there that just doesn't dip enough. And at full time here today, the score is at 1-1. Moragasmulla and Matara City finishing off with the draw. We've got quite a few exciting fixtures coming up this week and tonight as well. New Star versus Java Lane will be tonight at 8:30. And of course, during the weekend, we'll be having Serendip and Saunders, which will be a promising matchup. Pelicans and St. Mary's as well. St. Mary's will be searching for a victory there in order to secure their place in the Super 8s. Nigambu Youth and Crystal Palace will be going head-to-head on Sunday alongside Sri Lanka Police and Solid SC as well. So stay tuned with us. We'll be having a lot of live action. We'll be signing off for the night. This is me, Bilal Marikar, alongside my co-commentator, Deshan Gonawala.